Hello dear viewers, I'm your host Ahmed Murad and welcome to our program in Kuwait, in which we get to explore many things that are here in our dear country Kuwait. Art can take many forms, and in today's episode we'll be visiting an artist house and we'll get to interview him and talk to him about his creative art and many other concepts. So without further ado, join me dear viewers.
Likewise.
Dear viewers, right now I am joined by the creative artist, Mr. Mohammad Alrubaian. Mr. Mohammad, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
I appreciate you.
All right, Mr. Mohammad, just to begin, I was very curious by the setup, let's say, that we have here, and I wanted to ask you, what inspires you to do art?
Well, first of all, art is not a choice. And it's not an inspiration. It's earned.
Yeah.
It's either you're an artist or you're not. And then you deal with it like you deal with life. So this is me dealing with life.
Life
art.
itself, yeah. So you would say it's a way of expression.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And could you take me around to see and, maybe explore some of the canvases?
Let me show you.
Yeah.
So this is a simple tunnel.
Yeah.
It was originally beige, ivory, and then I taped it. And then I painted this whole thing black, and it was just me untaping the whole thing just to create, just to celebrate mistakes. It is striped and paralleled, but it is okay to have these scratches and give it this human effect of these small scrapings and scratches.
Yeah, it signifies the amount of effort and practice that people put, just in anything in life.
It signifies that mistakes are okay.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's fine. And that is the artistic approach to this. I just want to shed light on this one, actually.
Yes, please do.
Now, so this is a case of pareidolia, and I see faces and things and on surfaces, and this is a sgraffito approach, which is Italian scratching. This is the type of technique. It's an Italian word, means to scratch.
Yeah.
So I was scratching this whole canvas, and then I started seeing faces, seeing things, and then this is a classic case of pareidolia.
Yeah.
Which is a condition that I turned into a creative piece.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You see those stripes?
Yes.
Manifesting themselves through the wall?
Yes.
Okay. This is an example of continuity through art.
Yeah.
You see the stripes going all the way to the 4th floor.
Yes.
Through the staircase.
Through the staircase.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that's again a take on different usage. Art and functionality.
And can I add, I think it's very impressive that we can consider both of these to be different forms. You have a wall over here and you have a staircase, and it's beautiful how seamlessly they both combine into each other. And as you said, the concept of continuity in art. So I think it's very, very impressive.
I appreciate that observation.
To pull that off.
Absolutely, and then the whole thing is that you can use a simple line.
Yes.
And manifest it into different walks of life and different objects.
Yes.
And create a journey that speaks for itself. And that is the main concept of art.
That's very impressive.
I appreciate you.
So, Mr. Mohammed, I wanted to ask, a lot of people, when they think about art, they tend to think about it that it's just the, let's say, the canvas and the brushes. And from what I've seen so far in this amazing, very creative house, I get to see that, you know, art pieces are just not just canvases, but there's also a very interesting setup that I see here. Can you please elaborate further on this piece here?
Absolutely. This is a transition from canvas to installation. You see the same colors.
Yeah.
Again, shifting from a still to a bending aspect.
Yeah.
And that, again, is another example of usage through art.
I mean, wow, I can see that there's a lot of art installments here in this main hall. And I wanted to ask you, Mr. Mohammed, what was the idea or the purpose of these art pieces here?
It's contradiction and contrast.
Yes.
That is, I think, is cohesive in a sense. You see the dehydrated flowers.
Yes.
With the dehydrated branches. And then you see the autumn aspect here.
Yes.
And then you see the Pantones and shades and colors. And then there is a contrast of the ocean blue.
Yes.
Which serves hydration
Yeah.
to the dehydrated.
Yeah.
So,
and it's very impressive how like this art piece is very well thought and it captures a complete cycle.
Makes me so much, makes me happy.
Yeah, I'm really happy to have this opportunity to get to see. And it also brings me back to something that I've said previously, the fact that art shouldn't just be tied into a canvas or, a painting, it's a form of expression that people, any person can essentially make use of and express their ways in like a very artistic field. So getting to see that in real life is very impressive.
Thank you so much. And art is what you intend it to be.
Yes.
In a sense, it could be anything. It could be blue, it could be black, it could be white. You can hide a secret through art, and you can be honest through art. And
yes.
You can be serious, and you can just be happy and jolly, and that's the beauty of art.
It is. It's very beautiful. Welcome back, dear viewers, to our program in Kuwait. Right now, I am joined again with Mr. Mohammed to discuss a lot of things about art. Again, Mr. Mohammed, thank you so much for joining us today.
I appreciate you.
So, Mr. Mohammed, I wanted to ask about your art style. What is the inspiration behind the art style that you choose for your art pieces and the techniques that you use?
It depends. Dadaism is a very dear and near concept.
Yes.
It originated in Zurich, Switzerland. It debunks every norm when it comes to art.
Yeah.
It's very delusional. It's very subjective.
Yes.
It relies on the artist's sheer point of view. Blue can be white and yellow can be red. If the artist suggests so. So it's an adventure, and I appreciate the sense of subjectivity when it comes to art. You can express your own journey, your own thought journey.
Yes.
I enjoy merging different walks and schools of art, abstract.
Yes.
Expressionism.
Yes.
And so it just depends on the mood, to be honest.
Yes. I've noticed a lot of these art styles that are just combining in together. There's also like a sense of, I would say, surrealism as well in your art. Which brings me to another question that I wanted to ask you. Mr. Mohammad, do you think there is anything such as a correct or an incorrect form of art?
This just goes against art, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, who am I to just look at a portrait or a canvas and judge it in terms of right or wrong?
Yeah.
I mean, isn't that just against what art is?
It is, yeah.
So yeah.
We've gotten to talk about how it's an amazingly expressive form of people that could use. I mean, it's very versatile, right? There is so much that you can do and so much that you can talk about and so much that you can express. And one thing that I've noticed, you know, from walking around this house and seeing at the art, I wanted to ask about the fact that you're able to blend in objects or materials and use them to express art. Like we've gotten to see that there are some canvases, but there are also materials and objects. So can you tell me a bit more about that? Like, how did the idea come into fruition?
Art can be anything. And sometimes, to be honest with you, sometimes I run out of canvases.
Yes.
And sometimes my utensils are not packed. And I just look at a surface and I feel like I want to express a journey. And so I utilize it to the best of my advantage.
Yes.
So it could be an object, it could be a piece of wood, it could be glass, it could be anything.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I wish I had a philosophical attempt to answer that question, but I just feel like art is a form of expression.
Yes.
And if it's 2 a.m. in the morning and I wanted to express myself, then art is where I, you know,
you're able. It gives you, it gives you the platform to be able to just express some of these emotions that I feel like, especially when it comes to art, what's beautiful about it is that you don't necessarily have to use words, right, in order to express yourself, and you don't really need to have anybody around you to, like, you know, open a dialogue. It's just you and, let's say, the piece of art, and you're able to give it everything that you've got.
And if you think about it, it's if we're conversing in English. There are 26 letters in the alphabetical order.
Yes.
And so you can conduct sentences from these 26 letters.
Letters, yes.
And then manifest it into an art piece.
Yes.
And then you could be creating your own and coining your own words and coining your own stories and narrating something that only belongs to you. And that is limitless in and of itself. It's endless.
Yes.
And that is how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, and I genuinely can understand that statement coming into here and noticing how truly art is limitless. You know, like the beauty of your style, or just, you know, the different styles that I've seen, is it gives the opportunity to a lot of people to be able to express the way that they want and not have to, I would say, get into a professional level of, let's say, you know, painting or
They
drawing.
could.
They could.
Yeah.
They definitely could. But it's also beautiful that it is accessible as well.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
And that's like brings me to another question. You know, we have some very, you know, young people here in our country that are sometimes quite daunted by the aspect. You know, they might have the drive. You know, they have the emotions already there, but they feel a bit daunted when it comes to approaching, let's say, art as a self or as a way for them to express themselves. What do you have to tell to these sort of people? Do you have any sort of, like, let's say, an experience that you would like to share, or like a word of encouragement?
First of all, I feel like artists don't need encouragement because it stems from passion. I don't understand when people, you know, look for inspiration if they're artists. I could shed light on my own experience. I began producing art when I ignored the result.
Yes.
So it doesn't have to come to fruition. I would just begin, and that in and of itself is the process.
The process, yes.
So if let's say a 5-year-old, a 10-year-old, a girl, a boy, the art process shouldn't be result oriented. Again, it's a journey. So pick up that crayon, pick up that piece of pencil.
Yeah.
And it's everything is okay. It's fine. It's just express yourself.
Yes.
You know, it's just express yourself.
Yeah.
Be honest. Have a message. And go for it.
Yeah.
And again, art is synonymous to life. At least this is my own point of view.
Yes.
And what do you do with life? You just deal with life, right?
Yeah.
I mean, life happens.
Yeah.
And art happens.
And art happens, yes.
So
yes.
let it be.
Yeah. I mean, you've put it in a very, very amazing sentence. I genuinely think as well that when it comes to art and other ways of, like, let's say, self-expressionism, it's the fact that when you are not necessarily bound by a specific structure, that you're able to give it, you know, your best. You're able to let that, you know, creativity flow.
And it helps if you're a Kuwaiti, because we're diverse, we're talkative,
yes,
we're giving,
yes,
we love to travel, and that is also an addition and a pro.
Yes.
You know, we feel included.
Yes.
And we love to include different thoughts and things and ideas, and we're travelers, and so that's also a great addition.
Yes, it's just a lot of these different elements that are just, you know, are there to help.
No boundaries.
Yes.
No boundaries.
No boundaries.
I mean, and this is the thing, no boundaries. Art is not confined to a certain curfew.
Yeah, or like a specific structure.
Or within the custody of anything.
Yeah.
You know, or anyone. So there's no time curfew. You
Yeah.
cannot be late.
Yes.
Painting.
You're able to take
And you
your
cannot
time.
be early.
Yeah.
You're always on time.
Yeah,
Picking
yeah.
up that art utensil and going for it. So there are no boundaries. It's limitless. It's endless. It's what you intended to be. And
Right.
I hope that, you know, people do feel the same when it comes to that. Because wouldn't that be a burden if you felt like someone was suppressed trying to produce art? Now that is one form of
like, not to cut you off, but it does feel like, you know, it goes, as you said in the beginning of this interview, it goes against, let's say, the idea of art.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
Yeah, yeah, and
Sure.
and you've put a lot of these, let's say, concepts or ideas in such an amazing way. But there was something that I'm very interested in asking. You said that, you know, there isn't necessarily an end point to an art piece, you know? An art piece, you could always be like adding to it or working on it, or that's what you said just now. But in terms of your art, I wanted to ask about the process specifically. When do you feel like you reach to a point where you're like, you know what, I think I've done everything I could with this canvas or with this piece?
To be honest,
Yeah.
when I'm fed up.
When you reach to a point where like...
Because listen,
Yeah.
I mean, you can, there's always room for improvement, right?
Yes.
And you want to improve something. I mean, you, in a way, you want to add a pinch of color here. The Pantone can be developed in a different way. There's a ratio from red to rouge to thicker to lighter.
Yes.
But then I feel like if the message is delivered, then jackpot.
Yeah. Because like at the end of the day, you did say that you genuinely believe that it's one of the best ways to express yourself. And as long as the idea is, as you said, delivered, then
it's, yes, that's the goal.
Yes, yes.
You know,
And
can I stop you for a second?
Sure,
And
go ahead.
sometimes the artwork doesn't necessitate a certain message. Sometimes you use it to vent.
Yeah.
So that is a message in and of itself. So sometimes there isn't a message.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's the process. Sometimes it's you against the world
Yeah.
with your own canvas, trying to reach out through colors, through shapes, and that is a different option. Sometimes
Yes.
there is a message, and sometimes the message is hidden.
Yeah.
And it so just depends.
No, yeah, I see. It's very interesting to hear. And there's been a question that I've been wanting to ask, like, you know, whenever I get to meet different artists, you know, creative artists like you, when I consume art, whether it be, you know, let's say visual art like paintings or like structures, or even like, you know, audiovisual things like music and such, sometimes I'd like to think that there are specific artists that, like, let's say they create a piece and they want to leave the meaning of the piece into the audience or the viewer's interpretation. What do you think of that? I would like to get your opinion.
I mean, this depends on the psychology of the artist. Sometimes, I mean, I love embedded hidden messages. And I love the mystery and the mystique of it all. I feel like if you want to convey a certain message and you want to utilize art, then that is a great way.
Yeah.
And sometimes if you want to keep a secret through, I mean, you'd look around and there's, you know, there's an abundance of secrets all around. And
Yes.
this just goes to speak to the person that I feel, you know, I am. I mean, I just enjoy keeping things to myself when it comes to art.
Yeah.
Because there's always a hidden message and there's always a secret experience. I feel that it's good to keep things to yourself sometimes.
To yourself sometimes,
Yes.
obviously, yeah. And I think like it's also very nice to be able to offer this element of puzzle to get. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes, to get the people, because like I think one of the big things that we need to talk about here in our society in Kuwait is the fact that we need to encourage people to discuss everything related to art.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like when you give them opportunities like these, when you're offering, let me call it, you know, abstract ways of presenting art, you're always going to get the people talking. You're going to have people that are going to be invested, that are willing to open, and then you might end up getting some, let's say, unflattering comments. But that's the beauty of it, you know.
Absolutely.
At the end of the day, it's an expression, you know, a piece of like expression, and some people might resonate with that, some people might agree, some people might disagree with it. And I think that's like one of the most beautiful things art offers here. And especially like, you know, going through around in your house and seeing some of these art pieces, they're just like, I was, as I said in the beginning when I met you, I was very surprised to see that we have very talented artists like you
so much.
here,
I
and
appreciate
it gives me hope as well.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it gives me
It
hope
means
that
so much to me.
that like art is not a dying form, given that especially, you know, we're in the age where technology is progressing rapidly and we have artificial intelligence.
Oh, I love that you touched upon that.
Yes.
There's a sequel of an artwork right there that we're gonna shed light on, and it takes you back 50,000 years ago from the Neanderthals,
Yes.
and then how they were nomadic and full of flesh and all that, and then it goes back to the robotic, rapid case that we're living
Yes.
in right now, and it's just sometimes, you know, artificial intelligence.
It's amazing to hear that. And there are some specific pieces here in this room that you wanted to talk on. So I'd like to give you the room to talk about these specific pieces.
Thanks. If you look at that sequence right there, which is this is the point that I was discussing with the prehistoric Neanderthals, and the shift between. You see him crawling. I'm not sure if this is quite clear, but there's a sketch of the Neanderthal, and then there's the skeleton sketch of how rapid and quick and minimized and so that's one
Part of the
artwork.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you're able to catch the facial characteristics. The second one is basically there aren't, but it's a silhouette.
Yeah.
And then, but the first one is very clear.
It is. I would say yes. I've noticed that when you were explaining.
And
to
then
me.
there's the chandelier, which is the chandelier is. I want you to look at it and you tell me, what do you see?
I mean, you did briefly explain about it to me just now, but what I see right now is a broken
Thank you.
Yeah, broken chandelier.
Shattered.
Yes.
And it is. I named it the shattered chandelier.
Yes.
And this is a testament to believing in yourself in a way. Sometimes life shatters you.
Yes.
But you can shine in your own way.
Yeah.
And so that is a testament to taking an object
Yes.
that was functional, and I made it dysfunctional.
Yeah.
And yet we're still here talking about it. So it shines in its own way.
Yes, and that's like the beauty of it. Like I genuinely love the ideology that you go behind, especially like a lot of your, let's say, object-oriented artworks. The fact that you're able, as you said, it's a testament to the human spirit.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
It gets broken, but
and,
it can.
and then the courses of life. I mean, the courses of life. I mean, you're a hero one day, and then life happens, and then you go back again, and you're a child, and you grow. So again, it's nature taking its course.
Yes.
And then there's also a cosplay aspect of me trying to look upon the world within a bee's lens.
Yes.
And fun fact, bees are the only insects that offer gifts and food for humans.
Yes.
And can actually recognize human facial features.
Yes.
And so I just felt like it deserved appreciation, and it's a tribute to the bee. So I had this bee reflecting different facial characteristics, and with hidden messages, of course.
Of course,
so
yeah.
Just
and it's a really beautiful piece. Like I just love the colors and just the way that you were explaining it. The fact that you're able to just provide and use all these elements. Yeah, it's just wonderful. But thank you so much, Mr. Mohammad. Thank you very much for joining us. And it's been a pleasure.
Likewise, I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Well, dear viewers, thank you for joining us in today's episode of In Kuwait. If there is a statement that we could leave with you for today's episode, that statement would be, art is limitless. We thank Mr. Mohammad for joining us and giving us this amazing tour of how creative art can be. And we hope you've learned something in today's episode. Until next time, dear viewers, please take care and goodbye.